So I've been making this accessory, which I call the ChukRak, which is a chuck carrier for 12-volt installation drills with interchangeable chucks. If you have one of these, you know what a great tool it is. You have standard drill chuck, you have a chuck with quick release for driver bits, you have a right angle chuck for tight places, and an offset chuck for getting screws in tight to a side panel. And the ChukRak, it makes it easy to keep your chucks together, to grab them all at once, to take them with you out to a site, or just to move them around the shop. If you hang your tools on the wall, it has a handle that you can hang it on a hook. If you're doing high work and a lift and you need to tether it, you can clip it to your belt or to the lift itself. So the handle comes in very handy. I make it for a range of the 12-volt drills. Milwaukee has one. Bosch has been in the multi-chuck drills for a long time. They have a slightly different mechanism. And there's the Bosch chucks. And Metabo, among other European brands, have had multi-chuck drills for some time. They have their own system. So some people contact me and they say, can I buy those metal fittings from you? I want to put them on something else. You can do that if you don't want to get a ChukRak. Here you go. Just took a piece of scrap wood, put 4 mounting points in it. Didn't take very long. And yep, you can go ahead, mount all your chucks up here, and perhaps you're ready to go. But you're never going to get this to stand up. I took the belt clip off of my drill, said, yeah, sure, I can sort of cob that on there. That works. But of course now you set it down on its back. You don't want to put that metal clip against your customer's wooden desktop or their tile floor or their stone countertop. So that works, but it's a little bit of a hazard. You don't want this thing, it's a little bit less stable. You don't want it to fall over. You don't want the steel chuck mount there to fall into somebody's countertop and scratch it, chip it. So there's good reason for the ChukRak having stability and having multiple positions. Some people say, well, I'm going to use my drill without the chuck on it, so I want another position for the chuck I've taken off, so that one doesn't get lost. Well, one thing you have to remember is that you always have another position for the 4th chuck, because you have the right angle fitting will always accept the chuck. So 4 chucks, 1 ChukRak with 3 positions, no problem. So the functionality of this clip is questionable. If you hang your tools on the wall, you can get something like the clip you'd find for a tape measure on a tool bag. I've got something like that on my tool bag over here. Oh boy, can't see that. Let's get a little bit lower here. There we go. So yes, we can get that right on there. Now you can't can't put the bag down on the tabletop or the floor, it's going to eject that from there. Whereas with a ChukRak, with a carabiner or an S-hook, you hook it on the strap, you set it down, it's fine. It's not going to interfere with it coming on or off your bag. If you want to hook this on your pants, put it anywhere on your belt. If you're going to bend down, well, I don't even know if I'm on the camera. You can move around, it's not a problem. But if I put this on my belt and I bend down, it's going to interfere with my leg. Or I have to put it over to the side, which is fine. I can bend down, it's not going to interfere, but then I have to be really careful that I don't hit this into somebody's furniture or a wall or a door jamb. I wouldn't want to be walking around with this hazard hanging off my hip like that. So that's the reason why the ChukRak is more functional and more useful than cobbing together something like that. And that's why the ChukRak is patented and this thing not so much. So share your thoughts in the comments. I'd be very happy to hear what you have to say.